Hi everyone, today we have a 2012 Honda Pilot LX for review. This is a full in-depth tour and review of the 2012 Honda Pilot LX. The truck seats 8 comfortably, even though the rear seats are more made for kids because your legs really don't fit if you're an adult. On the key, we have a lock, unlock, trunk release, and panic button. Lock, unlock. Now a neat feature not many people know about is if you press the unlock button once and then hold it down a second time, the window's open. So if it's a hot day like this, you could do this before you walk towards your car, and it's actually a very nice feature. It surprised me that this worked on the LX model because it's the base trim, but it does, so that's great. Nice little thing Honda built in for hot days like this. Rims on the LX are fairly ugly. However, if you bump one level up to EX, they look pretty nice. Coming to the interior of the truck. You have cloth here, some squishy material here for like your arm, another trunk release button, two cubby holders things, and a speaker. Stepping into the vehicle, there's no ding 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 sound like you hear in other cars. Just put the key in. The car does nothing. Once you turn it once, the clock turns on, and that's about it. In the on mode, all the lights turn on, and all this happens. Let's fire her up. There's a little cubby here to store things. It's kind of good when you have something to store. There's a little cubby here, right there, which has an aux cord and a power outlet there. There's another power outlet right here. And of course the glove compartment. Let's hear a rev. Now there's a rev limiter set at 5,000 RPMs. And the red line is at, say, 6 1/4. You have your headlights over here, which are shown by that. LX model does not come with fog lights. And you have your wipers over here. Hazards, which are shown by the blinkers, and your gear selector, which you can also see over here. Your 4x4 is right there. If you need help on how to activate your 4x4, there's a link in the description for a video for that. Aside from that, the car is pretty simple. There's not too many amenities or stuff for this car because it's the LX trim. Over here, you have an eyeglass holder. It doesn't come with the conversation mirror, but I think that you can get that in the EX trim. There's no Bluetooth or backup camera in the 2012 model, but in the 2013, even the LX, you'll have a Bluetooth and a backup camera, along with steering wheel controls for the volume and channel selector. You have two cubbies on the side door as well, on the passenger side, and three little cubbies here, which are quite nice for storing keys or little things along your way. You have a little cubby here you can throw your phone in, say when it's charging from that output. And a neat, nifty feature right here is you have these little things over here that are open even when this is closed, so you can easily run a wire through it without damaging the wire. So say I have my aux cord, I can run it through this little thing and the wire won't get damaged. And I can even pull it in and out through this little thing, which is very nice. Let's check out the back seat, shall we? Oh, it's locked. Unlock button is right there, along with the windows. Coming to the back seat, there's no leather or anything else. Still two cubbies, two cup holders, rear AC and heat controls, along with two vents and a vent at the bottom. And there's another power outlet for back passengers. Two reading lights. That's all you got back here. You have a 60-40 split for these seats, which you have this will bring the seats down like that, or you have this one here, which is quite simple. You just pull it up and over. You can easily slide into the back. Back again is a 60-40 split, just like the front. And getting into the back is quite easy for children, but for adults, it's kind of tight. And not only is it tight, but your legs don't fit at all. I'm 6 foot and my legs don't fit at all. These headrests are also a pain because they're like that. So your back really hits this part unless you bring it up like this. In which way you need to remember to bring them down or they look really bad. Not only do they look really bad, but it's hard for the driver to see to the back when these headrests are up. Going to the trunk. The trunk button is right here under this. And if you click it, the back window opens. Say for long items. You can leave the window open. The other trunk button is right here, behind this. Now this is the LX model, so you don't have any power lift gate or anything like that. That's the trunk. The trunk is quite tiny, not like a minivan. It's really hard to pack everything in here with all the kids. So storage compartment down there, which comes in handy sometimes, and another one right here. And there's your jack storage. To put these seats down, say if you don't have back rear passengers and need some more room, you gotta make sure these headrests are all the way down. Then just take this and push back. There you go. When you have these down, you'll have a lot more room to the back of the car. See? However, it's not nearly as close as a minivan could do. Let's check out the exterior. The exterior of the 2012 Honda Pilot is pretty bland. There's not too many things to it. There's no fog lights or wood trim or anything like that. It's really simple. And I guess that's alright for a base model. Let's check out the engine. The 2012 Honda Pilot, no matter what trim you have, you get the standard 3.5 liter, 250 horsepower Honda VTEC engine, which has a pretty shitty sound to it. I mean, 250 horsepower is really not enough for this truck. And to make it worse, it's only got 5 gears. So if you're really pushing it on the highway or something, you'll realize you're running out of gears. Another bad feature is the battery. It's under this air intake, which is horrible design, because it's really hard to get jumper cables in there. Other than that, everything's fine, I guess. I mean, if you ask me, I personally think that this truck is really underpowered because 250 horsepower is nothing. I mean, you can get more in a V6 Accord, and that's a sedan. So, comparing to other cars, this car is really underpowered. Let me just turn off the hazards. So, my personal review for this car, I'd say it's not good. I mean, would I buy it? Never. Rent it? Maybe for a long vacation or something. Lease it? Probably not. Otherwise, truck is alright. Can't blame it too much. But one thing, however, I really hate about this truck is the fact that it's listed as an SUV. I mean, when I think of an SUV, I think of something I could take off-road. It's big. You know, you can fit 8 people in that car easily. This car, it's more like a minivan forged into a truck. It's like a mommy car. I mean, it runs like a sedan. So when you're driving it, you don't really think you're driving a truck. It's like, think about like a lifted Accord with some extra seats in the back. Its off-road capabilities are actually not good at all either, because it's not built for that. I mean, if you're a mom who has some kids and doesn't want to drive a minivan, this car would be alright for you. I mean, 250 horsepower, just tool around town with kids. You're not going up hills or anything, so I guess it's alright. And if you're not towing anything too major, 5 gears, it's alright. It'll get you past your day. And the 4x4, I wouldn't take it off-roading, but would it do the job in getting out of snow? Yeah, it'll do the trick. So for that, for what it's worth, I mean, for a mom to drive this, sure. Now the bass comes with 7 speakers and a subwoofer, which sounds quite good. It beats your base minivan speaker system setup. So for that, I'll give it a plus. Besides that, it's alright. It's not too good, it's not too bad. Here I'll tell you oil life, mileage, range, and you have trip with your average miles per gallon. Now this truck gives me, I'd say, on the highway, 19 miles per gallon. City, I'd say 17. If you're driving it like with people in it, like if your whole car is filled up, in the city you'll get probably like 14 miles per gallon. And that's the reason why my last trip's showing me at least 15.3. I mean, but if you're driving this car alone, then you'll get 17, 18 miles per gallon. But if you have kids in the back, expect something lower. And if you had full-size adults in the back, expect really terrible gas mileage. And expect really terrible power. I mean, you put 5 full-size people in here, forget about the back seats. Just 5 full-size people. Just the front 2 rows. And this car will not go up a hill without screaming. I mean, really, the engine will hit the red line going up any kind of ramp or hill with 5 people inside. Let me just drive a little and show you how it drives. Like I said, the car, it's really smooth. I mean, you could be pretty much driving like a minivan or like a sedan, and you couldn't tell the difference. So in terms of ride quality, it's pretty good. Absorbs bumps and shocks really nice. So it's good for a mom who with some kids. You know, if you buy the higher model ones, you can get like DVD players and like stuff like that for the kids, which is all right. Personally, I still suggest for a mom, I'd suggest get a minivan. I mean, the amount of space in a minivan and the capabilities of a minivan are unmatched by this truck. But if you're really someone who doesn't want to drive a truck, then I guess you got to deal with what you got. Now, I'm the only one in the car right now, and I weigh about 200 pounds. So right now, pickup it'll be all right. But if you have some full-size adults in here, don't expect this car to go anywhere anytime soon, because it is way underpowered. And if you're hauling something, I mean, this car is not made for that stuff. Believe me, it's not. I've had this car for 2.5 years now. It's a lease. It wasn't my decision to lease it, obviously, because I don't like the car. But however, at that time, I have younger brothers and sisters, and my mom was gonna drive it. So, like I said, for a mom with some kids, this car is fine. It has an eco mode, which shuts off 2 of the cylinders, making it a 4-cylinder. Really didn't do anything. It doesn't really matter. And I guess that concludes our tour. If you have any questions about this truck, or car, or whatever you want to call it, SUV, you can leave a comment below, email me. I'll be happy to answer any questions. Please like, subscribe if you like the video, and subscribe if you want more car videos. Thank you. Have a nice day.